What is that Lalafell doing? I saw you looking at me again, little man. Hey, welcome back. So here's a video that I thought I'd make for any new players out there that might have missed this. Any veteran players or people that played this for years should know about this, and if you didn't, well, I guess you learned something new as an old or long-term player. But here's a grand company, right, in Gridania. That's mine, because if I look at my character, let's see, I'll examine it. I'm a second serpent lieutenant, so I think you can be a higher rank, but you have to do something in the barracks over here. Am I correct about this, guys? Let me know if I'm wrong, but I've never been able to manage to level up my rank, because for some reason whenever I put my characters out to do quests, like dungeons, you send these NPCs out, they have to retrieve certain items, and then eventually you can level up. I thought that's how you did it. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that, but it keeps failing all the freaking time, so I don't know how to fucking fix that, but it never works. But this video is about letting you know that you can also get pretty rich by using your Grand Company seals to buy items. So you see, these things cost, well, almost 3,000 seals. But these are, weapons that are market prohibited. The item actually states so. However, if you go to material, which is not written in the right way, it's like material. Like, you can see it on the screen. It's the word material, but it's written in a weird way. It has the letter E instead of A. So anyways, over here you have an item called cordial. Now this over here on my server usually can get you easily 30,000 K or more if you have a stack of 99 of these. In order to get 99, you do need like 50,000 Grand Company seals. So there's the question for new players, of course. How do you get these things fast? Well, you get these fast by doing the duty roulette in my case. Now, it depends on what class you are. If you're a tank or a healer, you can easily get these seals by going to the duty roulette and you check leveling here. It says reward adventurer need is tank, and you get 3,000. So just do the math. If I do this 10 times, I would already have 33,000 of these seals, and I would need 50,000. So I do a little bit more than that in order to get 50k of them. Then I can buy 99 cordials and get easy cash. But that's not even taking into account the fact that I also get 11,000 GIL per duty I do through this roulette. So again, doing it like 10 times is already 100,000 in GIL, and then also having the cordials on the market is like 150,000 easily. But it depends, of course. If there's a lot of competition, the prices will drop rapidly. But I figured I'd point this out for any new players out there specifically who don't know what to use their Grand Company seals for, because it can actually make you money. Like many other things, you can convert it into in-game GIL, which is useful if you want to buy other stuff from the market board or whatever you're into spamming or wasting GIL on. Usually it's for glamour, right? That's what we always say. But I figured I'd put this video out there real quick. So now you know about another secret I'm making GIL. If you just started playing this game in 2021, that is. We're not done yet though. Oops, I just fell past the staircase. I almost broke my little legs. Anyways, here's something you can do as well that you should definitely do if you just go through dungeons and you constantly get gear and you're like, I don't need this freaking gear. What am I gonna do with it? Throw it away? Are you gonna go into your inventory like this and you click on an item, you're like, discard? That's one way of doing something to at least make some space. But you can also go here and you click this, undertake supply and provisioning missions. You click on that and open up a menu. Now you see here, this is for crafters. If you craft these items and you give them, you also receive seals. It says so. I don't have any of these items on me, so I can't do it. It also gives you XP, by the way, to level up your crafters like at first at least 10 times faster than you can ever imagine. And I might have realized, so it's useful for that. But if you go here, expert delivery, you see this right here? I got an item here. It's a 510 weapon for my paladin. I don't even need it. If I were to deliver this, I get 1743 seals. So now you gotta understand, this is a level 80 item, so the higher the level is, the more seals you get. So if you go to the bottom here, you see this is level 15 dungeons. I think this is from the Satasha dungeon. It only gives me 98. Well, I'm just gonna give it anyway because I don't need it at all. It's gonna give you this nice screen, delivery complete, and it gave me 98 seals. So you can see here, if you got a lot of items on you, gear in this case, that you don't use, instead of discarding them, throwing them away, or selling them to NPCs in some silly way, thinking that the few gil you get for it is worth it, it isn't. Instead, give it to this Grand Company officer so that you get even more seals. Now again, with this in particular, I don't know if you need to be in a so-called free company, which is a guild basically in this game, in order to do this. I've only done this ever since I've been in an FC, and that's been for years and years and years. I think you can do this without being in an FC, but correct me if I'm wrong. At least this is another method you should not underestimate. It's a very, very useful and very easy to also use, because in most dungeons you get gear guaranteed at the very end of the dungeon when you kill the final boss. There's many times you just get a piece of equipment from the dungeon itself that you don't even need to roll for through a chest. The game just gives it to you. It's like, here, have this piece of fucking shit in your inventory. You're like, you're fucking up my inventory, I don't need this. That's usually how it goes for me. But then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I can sell this. And then I get the seals, and then the seals make me even more gil, and there we go. Another tactic to make money. You're welcome. Also, just a quick disclaimer here, for in case people fuck up their whole inventory and gear set. You see an option here, show all items, but it also said hide gear set items or hide army chest items. So what I suggest you do is click hide gear set items. You see the list changed around a little bit. What this essentially means is that it hides all the items you have equipped on your character, even with other classes. You know, if you change classes, a totally different job has different gear equipped, obviously. So right now, my machinist gear that I have equipped is also hidden from this list. Because what would happen otherwise is, now that I'm a gunbreaker, I could accidentally start selling my machinist gear that I would have equipped on that other job. And then if I change to that job, what's gonna happen? Suddenly I don't have any gear because I sold it. Yeah, be very careful about this, okay? Just a quick public service announcement, a quick disclaimer for you. Look at my chocobo butt as I explain this. First of all, the duty roulette gives you these Grand Company seals, but I actually cannot say 100% for sure whether new players already get these company seals, and if so, if it's lower than the amount you saw on my screen earlier. If that's the case, it's still a way for you to grind them at least, so that you can buy items from the Grand Company. Now, I showed you the item cordials. Now, the reason why I like to sell those is because gatherers need them to get back GP points. I think that's what it's called. I hope I'm right. It's been a while since I was a gatherer again. But they need that in order to do certain skills as a gatherer out in the field. That's why these items are very sought after, very useful as a gatherer, because it helps them out, speed things up. I use them all the time myself, but usually I like to sell them, to be really honest, because I like to make gil in this game. That's what it's all about. So that's what I suggest you do as well, is to just see what it sells for on your server in particular, and then also check out some of the other items you can buy with the seals, and then you can again do as a gatherer. In the gatherer video, as I explained, you can then compare what's going on the market board to the items that you might be able to buy, and then, you know, everything that sells for a nice amount and isn't too hard for you to get, sell it. That's how you make gil. You gotta do it, man. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be smart about this. You gotta be so determined. You gotta be willing to put in the work. You gotta be willing to sell what nobody else is willing to sell because they're too lazy. No offense, because I'm a lazy person myself most of the time. But that's a few pointers I wanted to share as well with this video, in case people might get confused here and there about certain things being different in their game depending on what level they are and how far they have progressed in the story, etc. It might be sort of limited by that for you, and I don't know for sure again, but if that is the case, then hopefully this at least gave you some ideas for what is possible as you start leveling up and getting further throughout the game itself. Anyways, if you're on a Zodiark server, hit me up sometime. You know, my channel name or my character name is in the description box below, and you can always text me. Even if you're on another server, on the light data sender that is, you can always send me a message or come visit my house. It is on Zodiark. Let me show you where my house is. If you go to the ether right over here, anyone that is on the Zodiark server, even if you come visit this randomly, you go to the residential district, then you go to specified ward, and then you go to 16. Look at that, all the way in the bottom, ward 16 plot 29. That is me, Ryuko Akemi. That is exactly who I am. It actually states so here as well, that my YouTube channel is Ryuko FF14, so that's how people know for sure that that is me. That's my home, so you can always come check it out if you want, although I don't have it accessible for the public because I'm too scared of having people inside the home itself. You know, that's some privacy over there. Maybe there's some stuff going on there that is not meant to be seen by other players. That's too gruesome for the light of day. You never know what we're up to. Anyways, maybe this video helped you out make some more GIL in an easy manner without being a crafter or gatherer, just playing games. I think you can also collect these company seals from doing fates, but I rarely, if ever, do them. I only did them recently because for the relic weapon currently on the Bajan Southern Front, you do have to go through many fates in the Heavens Ward area, so that's the only reason why I did them. But I can vaguely remember, like, in the past you could get company seals from them as well, if you're into that. I don't know if that's still the case or if there's something specific about making that happen, but the duty roulette is the way to go. Anyways, I forgot to point something out here real quick. That is the fact that 50k Grand Company seals are dependent upon the rank that you are within the Grand Company itself. So anybody that just started out can't instantly get that amount of company seals. So you might be like, I can't even get 50k, how the hell do I do that? Well, you gotta rank up your character in the Grand Company so that you can then collect more of these seals over time. That's just what I wanted to point out in case people missed that part or didn't understand how to make that happen. To be really honest with you right now, I'm like sitting here thinking, how did I even level this up? Because you see, I've been this rank currently in my Grand Company for so long. Like, I kid you not, I think since 2014. Like, it's been so freaking long that I can't remember. But there, you can find that on Google, I guess. I'm sure it's out there, but this is again for new players that haven't even ranked up to begin with. But anybody else that already is a pretty high rank shouldn't forget about this tactic to make some GIL in an even different way. That is also very easy to do, as I said. If you're a DPS player, actually, let us know how do you get these company seals, because maybe other players can learn something from you as well through the comment section. And I might be able to learn something myself, because even though I've been playing this game for years, it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, that's for sure. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive more Final Fantasy XIV videos on a regular basis. And I'll talk to you in the next video.